Zagrebački hotel Hilton Canopy je 5. i 6. listopada bio domaćin impresivnog audio događanja kojeg je organizirala tvrtka Audiocinema Art. Između ostalog, misija tvrtke je približiti je visokovrijednu reprodukciju zvuka, što širem auditoriju koristeći uređaje i sustave koji svojim karakteristikama predstavljaju vrh kvalitete izrade i mogućnosti izvorne reprodukcije glazbe. Sve posjetitelje, baš kao i nas, oduševio je sustav u kojem je dominirao gramofon bogate povijesti, ali i zvučnici revolucionarnog dizajna i zvuke tvrtke Monitor Audio uz dogostinu amplifikaciju. Iako zvuk u hotelskim sobama nije ono što želimo u svom domu, uvjerili smo se u nevjerojatne dinamičke uzlete i raspored instrumenata zvučnih slika dijela različitih glazbenih žanrova. Definitivno glazbena umjetnost je nešto bez čega ne možemo, a razgovor s vlasnikom tvrtke je posebna privilegija za medije u bilo kojem dijelu svijeta.
Hello, my name is Dirk Räke from Transrotor. We build turntables and we have a bit of history in the background. So my father made the company in 1971. And his first job was to import turntables from the UK, from England. This company was called Transrotor. And you may know one turntable model they had because it was used in a very famous film in Clockwork Orange. He's sitting in his kid's room in front of the turntable listening to Beethoven on this turntable. This was the first turntable my father sold, and from that on he worked very closely with the company who built these turntables, and over the years they together made some new models. My father designed some, John Mitchell from that company designed some turntables that were then imported to Germany under the name Transrotor. So both names existed equally, but in England they had a different name than in Germany. So that's the early history, and then from that on it went through, and in the 80s my father arranged his own production in Germany. So from that on everything was made in Germany in our own factory. A little bit later I came into life and into the factory. First I did the export business only, and then over the years I did more and more, and my father got a little bit older and did less and less, and now we are doing this together for 25 years, and the company history for 53 years already now. All my life is music, so my hobby is playing music, and all the friends I have are from playing music, and I studied science of music for a little time, but then I did not know what to work with it and stopped studying that, and of course the turntable. I always had a good turntable at home thanks to my father. And I never had a CD player actually, only turntables. And now I'm happy that all these different areas like playing music and designing turntables and selling turntables all comes together now.
Naravno, zanimaju nas detalji vezani uz dizajn i kvalitetu uređaja.
So our aim is to make a turntable that does not add any sound to the music. So the music should come from the speaker, from the turntable, and then to the speaker as the musician and the producer planned it to be. So and then the goal is that the turntable must be very precise. So nothing is allowed to vibrate. The speed must be very stable. And this sounds very simple, but if you get to a high-end level, what we are doing here, then you must take a lot of love into every little detail. So beginning from the feet, the platter. Over the years we had invented many interesting bearing designs. So the part on which the platter spins, we have a magnetic suspension in the bearing. So the platter is driven not directly by the motor, but via a magnetic coupling. So with a disc that is spun, not to go too much into detail, but there's no direct connection between the motor and the platter. So no vibration from the motor can influence the platter in any way. And the result is that the tone arm then and the needle is not disturbed while tracking the record. So, and by that you get all the dynamics, all the frequencies that are on the LP, on the record, to the speakers.
Kako ste započeli suradnju s Denisom i tvrtkom Audiocinema Art?
Few years ago, Dennis approached me and asked me if we wanted to work with him in Croatia, and I had a very good impression, and he also has very good brands and a very good reputation in the business, so we started working together, and I'm very happy about that. And this event here shows that again. It's very nicely done, the sound is good, the location is very nice to be, it does not feel like work.
Dakle, tvrtka je sada još malo i veća zbog Hrvatske, a kako vam se čini organizacija događanja?
This event is a little bit different than the usual hi-fi shows we normally do. Usually you have like up to 200 companies in exhibition halls showing their product, playing sound for many people, but usually the conditions are not very good for playing music on these shows. So you have a regular hotel room or a big hall, and then you don't have good sound because the speakers vibrate the whole room and nothing sounds right. And here we have a very good sounding, as we say in hi-fi, this is a good sounding room. So the speakers can just present the music without too much influence from the room. And what is also special, we have usually when people go to a hi-fi show, they sit in the room for 10 minutes and then they leave and go to the next room. And here we have the possibility for staying for 1 hour, asking questions and talk about hi-fi and music for a longer time. That's very nice.
Možda ste razgovarali s posjetiteljima i slušali njihova razmišljanja i komentare.
Yeah, I always get a lot of questions, about technical things, and this time also like you ask a lot about the company history. So how long are we on the market, what do we do, and where does the name come from, and all these things. So hi-fi is a complete, it's a hobby. So it's not like I don't know, a gardening tool where you buy something to do one job. It's you take some time and get into the different topics and know about the companies and try out different things and talk with your friends who have the same hobby. It's very nice, and places like this are better for that than a big hi-fi show.
Nama koji volimo i bavimo se glazbom, sviđa se ovakav način razmišljanja.
I think the nice thing about high-end hi-fi is that you do justice to the music. So a musician practices for hours and years, and to produce a recording of an album takes weeks and months and sometimes even longer. And they think about every little detail, which strings to use on the guitar, pick which guitar to choose, and only on a good sounding system you can hear all these differences. You can hear, oh, he used this guitar on that song and that guitar on this song, and there's a little sound effect here and there, and all this gets lost, of course, when you just listen on a phone or a cheap Bluetooth speaker. And so this is, apart from the technical side, that's also very interesting. It's